Madden NFL 23, and our focus is on the Lions' veteran quarterback, who's stating his place among the league's best with 6 picks this season. It's the Lions and the Giants, and it's coming right up on Madden NFL 23.
We are across the Hudson from Midtown Manhattan, MetLife Stadium in East Rutherford, New Jersey. Today we've got an interesting Week 11 matchup on tap between the Detroit Lions and the New York Giants. Alongside my partner Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And Charles, you take a look at this Giants ball club. They come in playing pretty good football. Winners of 4 of their last 6 games.
And last week's win was indicative of how good this team can be. It was a complete performance.
Meanwhile, for the Lions here, they were losers their last time out. They're going to try to get back in the win column, but obviously they're going to have to do that in a hostile environment.
And sometimes it actually works to your advantage. Now you've got to band together your team, the us against the world mentality. Let's see if they can use it and get a victory.
Season has hit high gear, and off we go in Week 11 on EA Sports. From the 6. And he returns this to the 22. So here are the Giants ready to start their initial drive of the game. They'll be led out by Sam Darnold in his 5th year now out of USC.
And he ought to have a lot of pep in his step after last week's performance because he did exactly as you want him to play if you're a coach. 3 touchdown passes, 0 interceptions, which usually means you're making a lot of right decisions out there.
And got him the win. Finding Sterling Shepard for his first catch. And he'll get this up to the 34-yard line. Just like that, it's a gain of 12 and a first down on their first play.
You always worry about those smaller receivers running through that gnarly patch of land in the middle of the field. But he did a really nice job there holding on to the football and protected himself as best he could while completing the play.
They run on first down, but it only produces a gain of 2. It's second down now. The numbers for him from a week ago: 16 carries, 69 yards, and a touchdown.
And last week he had another touchdown to his total. He continues to be the #1 scorer in the league in terms of rushing touchdowns. And what more can you do to help your team than find the end zone?
From the 36, Darnold. His throw incomplete.
How about that? Red man coverage. He decided to test him early. But it proved up to the task and forced the incompletion.
Throwing here on 3rd down, Darnold. The completion good. This is Eric Ebron. And he will have a Giants first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Well, on 3rd down, he wanted to go to one of his most dependable targets, and that's who he found, his tight end there, to pick up the first, Charles.
And he used the proper word there, dependable, and sometimes spectacular, because tight...
And now the red flag out on the field. We'll have a challenge forthcoming.
Previous play is under review.
The thing that they'll be looking at is a spot of the football, and this is always such a tough one for officials to get exactly right.
Not just because of how fast the game's going, but just trying to get the right sight line to the football. That's not always easy. We'll see what they decide here.
So not successful there on the challenge, and he'll have to be careful from here on out because he'll only have 1 challenge remaining. Darnold on first down. Looking deep here for Ebron. And the throw left sideline here is caught, but they'll rule it incomplete. Couldn't keep his feet in. Second down. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. To the air again, Darnold. That'll be taken in there by Kenny Galladay. And it's going to be another first down as they'll get him to the ground at the Lions' 43. Give him 12 yards on that one. It earns him a fresh set of downs. So the ball moves into Lion territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 43. Barkley, inside handoff. And running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage. So officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down. A shotgun snap for Darnold. He's got his man downfield. That's Galladay. And it's going to be another first down as they'll get him to the ground at the Lions' 15-yard line. That's good for 28 yards. Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. This pass into the hands of Bellinger. So 5 yards here, 5 on the play, and it's 2nd down. They go back to the ground now with Barkley. This carry brought to an end at the 8. Good stick skills, but not much room to operate. It's been a pretty long opening drive. This will be play number 11 coming up on 3rd down. Now Darnold. And he's got him. Touchdown, Giants. Richie James, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Giants get the upper hand as they're on the board first here this afternoon. Extra point try good by Gano. And it's now a 7-0 game. A pretty long drive that time. 11 plays all told. And it was polished off by a Giants touchdown. Here comes Khalif Raymond from his end zone. Detroit gets set to go on offense, and it will be the 7th-year pro out of Cal, Jared Goff, leading the attack in his 2nd season as a Lion.
I loved his quote during the week. If I were a defensive back, I would have wanted to play against me last week as well. He's trying to eliminate those turnovers, those interceptions, and get back on the positive side of the ledger throwing touchdown passes.
Yeah, had 4 of those picks, led to the loss. Goff in this Lions offense set for a 1st and 10 at their own 15. Goff now looking to throw. That throw taken in by Jameson Williams. And he almost gets this to the 30, taken down about a yard shy. 1st down yardage on the first play of the drive, 14 yards. The first carry now. This is Williams. And nowhere to run on the interior of that defensive line. He'll get back only to the line of scrimmage. So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. Goff now to throw. It's caught. Mitchell. They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4. Well, this defense for the Giants, they were fantastic a week ago in that win over Houston.
I have to admit, I was extremely impressed by what I saw on tape because they stayed in the face of the quarterback the entire game, ended up getting 4 sacks total, and made it difficult for him to step up and find receivers downfield. Also made it hard for him to escape the pocket and run.
Short completion, just 4 yards, and that'll bring up 4th down.
The defense was ready for the back to leak out and even had a second player waiting to double him up. If you're going to commit to doubling the back, you better prevent a completion, but give him credit. Extra determination, extra effort, turned it into a successful play.
And here now the punter Fox as he sends this one away. On the return, Jackson. 33 yards is the distance on the punt there. And it'll be Giant football, 1st and 10. So the Giants getting the football back here for their 2nd drive. And Charles, if the season ended today, and it's not going to, we still have December left.
More football.
We're only in November, but they would be a wild card team, and that's great. They'd be in the playoffs, but you know they're trying to bump up to be one of those division leaders.
That guarantees you at least one home game in the playoffs, and that's what you're really seeking. But there also isn't much margin for error for this team, right? Because right where they're sitting, a 2-game losing streak could have them out of the playoffs, so they've got to make sure they continue to keep the momentum going.
Absolutely. There's some sharks smelling blood in the water behind them. A first down throw, Darnold. James has got it, complete. And he's going to get 7 out of this before being taken down at the 27.
Never make the mistake that the slot receivers, especially the little guys like we're watching here, are just quicker than fast. A lot of them combine quickness and speed, and they catch a lot of footballs, as we just saw there.
Play action. It's Darnold. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Derek Barnes coming in hard there on the blitz, and he gets him 7 yards behind the line of scrimmage. Partner, we had their game last week where they had 6 sacks, so a little bit more momentum here again in the first quarter.
And last week it appeared that they were coming out of sprinters blocks, chasing the quarterback. So how do they continue that? How do they keep making it happen? Different looks, different disguises, different angles that they chase it.
They were all the way in. Touchdown, New York. Sterling Shepard, 34 yards. And the Giants lead this now 13-0 here in the opening quarter of the ballgame. Well, this has been a flawless start for them. They score, they get the stop, and they score again, Charles.
Complimentary football at its finest. You just mentioned how they got it done. They scored. The defense got the ball back for them. They score again. That's the way you win ball games.
Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away. No run back here for Raymond. This will be a touchback. Back onto the field come the Lions for their second overall drive. Yeah, they dipped a game below 500 following the loss last week, and you get the sense that maybe this team's at a little bit of a crossroads here.
Yeah, I think that's a really good way to put it, because what's that old malaprop? If you come to a fork in the road, take it. Because this crew, they're losing ground fast. They've got to start winning some ball games. And the good teams, they're starting to separate themselves, and these guys are being left behind.
These are his numbers from last week's contest. 15 carries, 60 yards.
He's really been someone special to watch this season. It brings a real unique element to their offense. Even with defense is focusing on him all year, he still sits 4th in the league in yardage. Hard to come up with an answer for a back playing as well as he has been. They've got their work cut out for them in this one as he chases another big week.
He takes this from the 30 to the 34.
In today's NFL, you hear all the time about stretching the field and creating space in order to run plays. A toss play will help accomplish that, because now you're pushing a defense to chase you all the way to the edges and to the sideline. That's a nice run, probing now early to try and get things done later.
It's an 11-yard pickup. Thought they'd run it on 3rd and 1. Not the case. Those are the kinds of plays right there that show you why he's the number 3 man of the NFL in terms of receiving yards.
Also tells you there's a full combination of what he's got going in his game. You name it, from route running to catching the football. That's why he's able to produce those types of numbers.
On a determined run there as he's going to take this all the way down near the 40. Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another first.
I have to admit, I'm excited by that play call and the end result, because this is a team that's down big early in the first quarter, and a lot of teams will just panic, abandon the playbook, and just start firing the ball all over the place. It's way too early for that. Stick to what works for you.
Down double digits, and we talked about their game plan being both running and passing there. You're right. They're sticking to the game plan, getting the ground game going.
A lot of football left to be played.
And he's going to be taken down right at the line. No gain on the screen there, and 2nd down. 14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports. The Lions with the football here to begin the second quarter, as they've got it with a 2nd and 10. Back to throw, Goff. toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a first down. Well done. That one good for 16 as the drive continues.
Well, these guys have definitely been outplayed in the first half, but I like their countenance. I like the way that they're acting panicked out there, the way they're carrying themselves. They're starting to move the ball, and what you have to do, maintain your poise and start to put together some drives.
What a great effort there. He's going to get this inside the 15, and they'll spot it at the 13-yard line. Nice run.
This has been a good drive so far. It's been a running game for the most part that's powered them down there. Another nice burst there, picking up a first down. Now it's 1st and 10, as you said, in the red zone.
Now Goff on first down. And he's got it. And he can't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. 12 more yards there and another first down.
I think he has to be saying to himself, how did that not wind up a touchdown? Remember, you just need the tip of the ball to cross the plane. It's not going to get there, but they're going to be set up in great shape with 1st and goal.
Williams. Call it no gain, and it's going to be 2nd and goal.
This is a critical sequence here for this offense. Things really haven't gone their way so far. This could be their chance to get back into it, but they've got to find a way to punch this ball in.
Swift will take this one in. It's a Lions touchdown. A strong, determined run there, Charles, to get in for 6 points.
This is why it's such a team game, isn't it? And I know it sounds really generic and it sounds almost trite, but the blocks were made up front, offensive line, collective victory at the line of scrimmage and downfield. And how about the finish to the run all the way into the end zone?
Following the touchdown, here's Seibert now to kick it off. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. We get a peek at Sterling Shepard as the Giants get set for their upcoming series. And CD, assuming he stays healthy, assuming the health, should get to that 1,000-yard mark pretty easily.
And the best part of what he's done so far is allows him and the team to relax their pursuit a little bit. Meaning, if they just have normal games, they'll get to the 1,000-yard mark. They don't have to force anything. But one of the reasons he's having the year he's having is what I call route running arrogance. They think there's no one that can cover them, no matter how many people are put in his direction. It just doesn't matter. He's going to find a way to beat them. And so far this year, he's done exactly that.
He sure has. Now the pass finding its way into the hands of Eric Ebron. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 34. Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a first down. 2 minutes gone by, second quarter. A first down carry for Barkley. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
Well, any lane that might have been open there was closed pretty quickly, and that was because the defensive front, they won that battle at the point of attack at the line of scrimmage. They used great leverage, held their spot, and stacked him up.
And they'll get this down to the 42-yard line.
And coaches always harp on the quarterback reading the defense and getting into the open man. That's good recognition there, and how about what he did after the catch?
Yeah, hit your tight end, let him get some rack.
Yeah, when he gets moving, not many guys want to come over and put a hit on him, do they?
Faking the give, Darnold. That one thrown away from the pocket. The officials kind of looking at each other, but they'll say there was a receiver in the area, so no penalty, just an incomplete pass. To throw on 2nd and 10. Darnold. They'll set up the screen to Barkley. And they went the wrong way there. Losing yardage back at the 43-yard line. It'll go as a loss of a yard, so now they deal with 3rd and 11. They're backed up here. Tough spot, needing 11 yards to pick up the first. Here's Darnold. It's Barkley once again bringing it in to catch. And he got blown up. Losing yardage on the play back at the 44. On 4th down, Jamie Gillen on to punt for the Giants. Back deep, Khalif Raymond. He punted 5 times in the win last week as this one's away. No returning this one. It sails out of bounds, and they'll spot it right at the 20. The Lions offense, they get ready to head back onto the field. And, you know, it's certainly a lot of football left to play. We're not into December yet, but right now where we stand, they're in first place in their division, looking really good and looking to be a threat come January.
And are you one of those early holiday shoppers, partner? Are you one of those guys get your list done? Because I think about what every team has on their holiday shopping list right now. What's the number 1 goal? Make the playoffs. Number 2, win your division. Number 3, and I think the biggest goal of all, try to get the number 1 seed so you get that first round bye and ensure you don't have to go anywhere in January and hopefully get to the Super Bowl that way.
Meanwhile, Goff's throw taken in by Chark. And he'll have this past the 30 prior to going out of bounds. Goff linking up with Chark for a Lions first down. To throw is Goff. That's complete to DeAndre Swift out of the backfield. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. Chewing up big yardage. Another nice gain there. This one goes for 20.
I have to tell you, Brandon, I feel like a coach right now because I'm wondering why the angle route continues to be so effective when as an inside linebacker, you're always taught, don't let someone cross your face. If they want to go outside, it's okay. But they make that outside fake, cut back inside, off into great success.
And they're going to stop play here. And the injury is to, that's DJ Chark, the receiver, who's in need of some help right now. We'll get an update when we return to MetLife Stadium. The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. A play fake for Swift. Now Goff. He's got a man. Complete. A big play there for Detroit. 44 yards. That's evidence of why you spend a high draft pick on a receiver, isn't it, Charles?
It certainly is. His ability to make plays like that, and we've seen flashes of it from him so far in his rookie season. But also, it opens things up for the rest of the offense because they have to bring their attention to him as well.
After the big play, a chance to finish now on 1st and goal. Here's Swift. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Detroit. DeAndre Swift. His 12th rushing touchdown of the year. And the Lions are an extra point away now from tying this ball game. Extra point by Seibert up and good. And we are tied at 14. A drive that time of 6 plays. And it's culminated by a 2-yard touchdown run. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Possession switching back to the New York Giants. And that 14-0 lead to begin the ball game, well, that's gone now. Time to regroup.
I think even up 2 touchdowns, they knew this wasn't going to be a walk in the park, and I think that's why we would see the head coach going up and down the sidelines telling his team, let's stay with it, let's keep going. It's almost like he knew they were going to make their run at him, and they have. As you said, let's see if they can regroup and get going again.
Completes this again to Shepard. First down yardage on the first play of the drive, give him 14.
Good strong throw and catch right there. And so far in this game, the alleys have been open for them to get completions, and they're taking advantage of it.
They'll try the right side here. Barkley. The tackle for a loss goes to Kirby Joseph, making a great play.
The running lanes have definitely not been there for him here in the first half, and I don't think it's all been his fault. His offensive line hasn't given him much space. A loss results there.
So the first down run lost a couple. Now they come up 2nd and 12. Now it's Darnold. Steps away to his left. And the timing a bit off that time as that one falls to the ground.
They certainly did a nice job improvising there, extending the play, hoping someone moving downfield, but they never did.
The Giants on third down. They've been good, 3 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd down and 12. Flush to his right. That's incomplete, but there is a flag down, so hang on. A big call coming on 3rd down. Yeah, we kind of sensed that one. He got a little too far forward before throwing, and that one will set them back.
And remember, at the NFL level, being aware of where the line of scrimmage is crucial. And here's the other part. Any part of the quarterback's body that's near that line of scrimmage, he's going to get the benefit of the doubt, so he was clearly over the line.
We'll call that a punt of 38 yards officially, and the Lions will take over. Goff and this Lions offense set for a 1st and 10 at their own 27. They'll start on the ground with Swift. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. Now I think we're going to get a timeout here. Yes, a timeout here as it looks like we've got a Lion that's shaken up. Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again 2nd and 10. Here's Goff. And the giant rush gets home as down he goes. Dexter Lawrence able to bust free and get to the quarterback.
And that's their first sack of this game. And how about last week? 6 sacks. Great coverage downfield, which helped that pass rush. They are really working in sync right now.
So now following the sack, Goff and the Lions needing to come up with something here on 3rd and long. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. He's airing it out for Williams. And it's knocked away and incomplete.
That could be the stop this defense needed to get them back on track. They've been pretty well dissected by the offense here in the first half. After that possession, now they know that they can compete with this offense.
And on 4th down, on is the punt team sending this one away. Here's Jackson to return. A nice return that time of about 14 yards. And they will take over 1st and 10. And New York set to take the field. As we eke closer and closer to intermission, Charles, remember last time out they punted. They would love to get points here, especially if this is going to be their final possession of the first half.
Yeah, and this is what close games feel like because the pressure is on both sides, but sometimes the pressure is a little bit higher on the team with the slight edge because they're trying to hold on to that, trying to increase it. Let's see how this one continues.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. Out of the shotgun, here's Darnold. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
We know it's not an easy job to go out and catch passes when people are trying to tackle you and knock the ball away. But the bottom line is, that's a pass he's got to have and a pass he should have caught.
Throwing here on 3rd down, Darnold. And he overshot him there. It's out of bounds, incomplete. On 4th down, here's Jamie Gillen on to punt. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. It'll be 37 yards there on the punt. And out will come the offense as they take over. The Lions offense set to take over. The crowd may be losing just a little bit of the edge after back-to-back punts.
They want some big plays. They want to see some offense. They want to see somebody break away, whether it's through the air or on the ground. Now it'll be interesting to see where the patience is on both sides. Each head coach, can you hang in there and not try and force something that could put your team in some jeopardy?
They had the run for no gain. Now they'll try again from the 25 on 2nd and 10. Here's Goff. It's complete to Williams. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. Goff and Williams hooking up there for a Lions first.
I think that's a big pickup for a first down because when you run a drag route against zone, you're sometimes asking for trouble because you might run into a defender.
Yeah, well, there they ran into a first down. Executed it to perfection. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Play action. Here's Goff. Finding Williams once more. Complete. He's got room at the 30. Down the left sideline. Touchdown, Detroit. Jameson Williams, 64 yards. And the Lions have moved out in front.
As a fan, is there anything prettier than a well-executed post route?
No, it's a thing of beauty, especially when it's done like that for a touchdown.
The throw, the catch, and how about the run after to get it to the end zone?
Here's Seibert now to add the extra point. It's up and good, and that'll make the score 21-14. So a 75-yard scoring drive on just 3 plays. And it was Jameson Williams wrapping things up with a touchdown. Following the touchdown, here's Seibert now to kick it off. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. And New York set to take the field. They'll look for a drive to tie this up, down 21-14 as they have it 1st and 10. Darnold now to throw. A quick throw knocked away and incomplete.
The quarterback got away with one there. Looked like he was in line for a pick, but instead it's knocked harmlessly to the turf.
2nd down and 10, Darnold. And he wisely will throw that one away.
Tough series for the passing game. Things just aren't clicking. Hoping they come through on this play and get this series back on track with a completion for enough yardage for a 1st down.
On 3rd down, Barkley. And he will be very close to a 1st down, but I see the closed fist of the referee, and that means 4th down. The Lions now going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. 31 yards on the punt there. And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. Jameson Williams and the Lions get set for this next possession. He might be on his way to a record-setting performance. So good here. We're only in the 2nd quarter.
And it's so interesting when we watch these types of days unfold for a receiver because they need a quarterback throwing it accurately, people to block for the quarterback, so many other variables. But, boy, he's getting it done, and in a big way. Right now, he wants to rock on every snap.
Yeah, he's counting his yards in the hundreds, not the tens. They take a shot downfield there, but it winds up falling incomplete.
He certainly had a good game throwing the ball so far, but I think he was trying to take that from good to great with that throw, trying to get one downfield.
On 2nd down, Swift. And he'll fight forward maybe to the line of scrimmage, but that's all. Now we've got a Giant player here slow to get up after that last play. We'll get an update when we return to MetLife Stadium. Five in the secondary now for the Giants here on 3rd. They'll bring a receiver in motion left. Throwing on 3rd, Goff. Into the hands of Williams across the formation. And he is going to have a Lions 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. So in the 2nd quarter, he's already up over 100 yards receiving now.
And isn't 100 the magic number for a really good game for a receiver? So he got a chance to really shatter that and have a profound effect on this game.
The Lions quickly now going to use the last of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 37 seconds to play in this 1st half. Throwing again on 2nd down. Goff. That pass caught. It's Williams. And they're going to have another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Giants' 18. Back-to-back plays of right around 30 yards, and the field position has totally been flipped. Here's 2nd and 10. gone. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
That play call wasn't there for them against that coverage. So they're going to spin the dial now in their playbook and come up with one more shot at the blocker to try and keep this series going.
This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10. A shotgun snap for Goff. He's got his man. It's caught for a Lion touchdown. Josh Reynolds in the final seconds of the first half. And the Lions will extend their lead here just before halftime. And this drive, Charles, very well timed as they score with very little time remaining in this first half.
And I'm reminded that they get the second half kickoff as well, so they can break this one wide open before the other guys have a chance to possess the football.
Extra point by Seibert, up and good. And the lead now up to 14. So that drive takes them down the field in 8 plays. And it's capped off by a touchdown for the Lions. So 6 seconds, all that remains of this first half as the kick is away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The white flag coming out as they line up to kneel on it. And with time running short here, they'll simply take a knee, and that should do it for half number 1. So we have reached halftime with the visiting Lions taking the lead to the break. As we'll send you down the coast now to Orlando, that's where we find Jonathan Coachman ready with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
All right, Brandon, thanks very much. Things starting to get interesting in this final weekend before Thanksgiving. So let's see what's going on around the NFL. We'll get started over at Mercedes-Benz Stadium in Dallas.
Halftime over, no problem with us. We skip right to the 3rd quarter and continue this midseason contest. Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. The Lions in the lead, and they're going to get the football first as well as the second half is underway. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. So here are the Lions to take over. They were losers a week ago to the Bears, but they lead things here as they begin this drive 1st and 10. Third quarter starts with a run from Swift. And a short pickup to about the 27. It'll be 2nd down. Now, they struggled to get him rolling on the ground in the first half, and that's sort of continuing here in the 3rd quarter.
Yeah, but I don't think it's time to abandon the running game. I would say keep feeding the horse. Yep.
All right, rifles one, that's going to be intercepted. And the Giants are going to take possession of the football. Pretty much everything went their way offensively in the first half, but now an interception on the opening drive of the 3rd quarter.
As we know, the key to everything here, don't get careless with the football. The problem is, you've got to stay aggressive.
Blitz coming, and down he goes. Jared Davis, he's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year. A CD, so often we talk about quarterbacks holding on to the ball too long. Well, we can't say that there. He had no time to do much of anything. A handoff, Barkley running left. They get just a yard back there, and now they'll be looking at a tough 3rd and 15.
Well, they still have time to get him established, but in my estimation, they've got to pick up the urgency here. They've got to get quickly in and out of the huddle and run off a bunch more plays.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. A shotgun snap for Darnold. Throwing deep for Galladay. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down.
They certainly had good starting field position on that drive, but couldn't do anything with it after 3 plays. Have to admit that that's a disappointing end to excellent field position. When that drive started, they had 6 points that they were thinking about.
Gano's kick is good, and that will get the disadvantage now back down to 11. So, Charles, they get to them with their first turnover of the game and then make it hurt a little bit extra with a field goal.
And anytime you give the ball up, what's the first thing a coach tells his defense? Don't let them score off of this. You've got to put out the fire. In fact, in 2021, that's what one NFL coach termed his defense, the firemen. Go out there, guys, and don't let them put some points on the board.
So the Lions offense ready to go back out onto the field. And they'll see if they can bounce back from that last drive. In particular, if they can bounce back at the quarterback position, Charles, after throwing their first interception of the ball game.
Yeah, some guys, you know they're going to want to try and get a big play right away and take control back. Others, they're going to look to hit a couple shorter passes, get a little momentum back that way.
But for the defense, that goal is not changing a bit. They want another pick.
You're exactly right about that. In fact, you've got to watch them a little bit because in coverage, they may cut down their gaps a little bit, maybe their splits a little bit in order to try and get to the ball even faster.
Looking for Wright, and he finds him. And he has a big gain inside the 40 before being dropped. So the drive takes him into Giants territory now, 1st and 10 at the 38. Now we give up the middle to Williams. And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it. And hold on here, because on that last run, it looks like we have a player who was shaken up. The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. They go back to the ground, this time Swift. And down right around the 32-yard line, 4 yards on the pickup.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time and making it work.
A nifty bit of scrambling there. 12 yards, first down.
He's starting to fall into the category of not fair because when he's on target throwing the ball, he's dangerous. But when you add in his ability to make plays with his feet, almost impossible.
Well, yeah, exactly. They've had trouble stopping him in the secondary. This time they've got the great coverage. Oh, he can run too. On 1st and 10, it's Swift. Big Leonard Williams there on the stop.
They've created a nice sustained drive off of plays like that. A nice strong run there that keeps them advancing the ball.
After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. Once again, it's Swift. And he'll take this one down near the 15. It'll only be a gain of a yard, and it sets up a 3rd down and 4 now.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
Goff now to throw. Man open, it's St. Brown. He's got it. And the Lions are going to have 1st and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points.
1st and goal at the 7-yard line.
Goff a handoff here to Swift. And he'll be stopped just outside the 5 at the 6. Only a yard that time, 2nd and goal.
Brings up 2nd and goal.
One more time with Swift. And he gets halfway there from the 6 to the 3 on a gain of 3.
I have to laugh a little bit because he actually handed it off. I thought with the 2 touchdown passes he's thrown in this one already, he'd go ahead and fling and try and get a 3rd one.
Yeah, now from this spot on 3rd down, I think he'd probably throw it here.
Yeah, I don't think there's any question about it. They won't even send in a running play here, I don't believe. I think they go ahead and try and throw it for a touchdown.
Seibert able to knock this one through, and that will extend their lead even further. So after 4 touchdowns in the game for this offense, this time they're forced into taking the 3.
But you did mention 4 touchdowns, right? So 4 out of 5, not too bad. I think that's a pretty good record for them.
After the made field goal, Seibert back out there to kick it away. This one fielded at the 5. And the tackle going to be made right there at the 25-yard line. Here's the Giant offense now as they get ready to take over here. Last time out, you remember their drive stalled, but thanks to their kicker, booted a long field goal to at least get them 3. Now here they'll try to do better and find the end zone.
And in our experience, how much fun is it for coaches to know that they've got a kicker who can nail it from long distance? Now, the hard part is, as an offensive play caller, you don't want that in your head too much where you're relying on it, and he goes out and gets the job done for them. But I'm quite sure he would be content to just kick extra points from here on out.
Yeah, absolutely no question. I think his teammates would be okay with him just kicking the extra points as well.
Well, so far on this drive, they've done some good work. They force incompletions on 1st and 2nd down, bring up 3rd and 10. That brings up the big question. Do they bring pressure, or do they play coverage on this down?
These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on 3rd down. Darnold. And he'll just get rid of it.
We've got to give out a little applause on that play. It has to go to the defense. More good work by them. They've taken away the passing lanes all game long, and you can see the frustration that it's causing because he just about threw that one into the first row.
A very good return that time. 18 yards. And Detroit getting set to go now. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But they also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done.
And they're able to work this across midfield to the 48.
Let's just break this down and make it pretty simple. Key to the drag route, letting the play develop, finding the hole in the defense, and giving your athlete, yes, athlete, a chance to make something happen once he has the ball in his hands.
And they'll get this just to the 47. 1-yard gain. Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
They stay on the ground this time. It's Williams. And he is going to have a Lions first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
I like this focus there because he wasn't thinking about breaking that one big. All he thought about was, I need 1. Let's go get that. Ended up picking up 2.
They'll fake the handoff. Now Goff. Caught here by Griffin. And he's going to be taken down at about the 33.
And now we get into the psychology of the whole thing because a lot of teams with a 2-score lead in the 3rd quarter, they almost become defensive with their offense, just playing not to lose. I think with this team, you got to figure at this point, this is a great spot for them to go into attack mode, really try to put the hammer down and finish this one off.
And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down.
Sometimes with the running game, you've just got to stick with it. Look, it's the 3rd quarter, no time to panic. But that also doesn't mean you just do it the same way you've been doing it the entire ball game. Maybe change up some blocking assignments or run a few different plays, but stay with the overall essence of the running game. They did a really nice job there defensively. They strung the play out, didn't give him a cutback lane. On each play, you have guys what I call BCR players. Guys are responsible for the bootleg, for the cutback, and for the reverse. They played that one perfectly.
And rode him right out of bounds. And this will not be enough. On 3rd and 5, he only gets 3.
Now that was a big-time play by the defense. They as well knew where the first down line was, and they didn't let them get anywhere near it.
Boston Seibert from 4 field goal. A 42-yard attempt.
Seibert's kick is good, and that will extend their lead even further. And right now, Charles, this is about building that lead little by little, and they're able to do just that.
And it gets them past the key number of 16, so this is now a 3-score lead. Not time to exhale just yet, but that might prove to be an important 3 points before things are said and done.
After the made field goal, Seibert back out there to kick it away. Takes it at the 7. And they'll get him down inside the 30 at the 27. Now out come the Giants. I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand They've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions.
And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. Again, it's Barkley. And he's across the 45. It'll be 2nd down. Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8. And they're not going to get to the line to run another play. So we will switch ends as the 3rd quarter has come to a close. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Throwing on 2nd and 8. Darnold. James has got it. Complete. And they're going to get this to about the 44-yard line.
Holding. Offense.
Andrew Thomas, former first-rounder from Georgia, called for the penalty there. They'll come up now on a 2nd and long after the hold. Darnold from the gun. Open target here, Darius Slayton. You got the big lead defensively. Willing to give him that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle him after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just go ahead and bleed the game out that way.
Oh, that's into a sea of bodies, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Mike Hughes. And he will bring it back. An interception return for a Lions touchdown. And that pick 6, that was the first turnover forced by the defense in this ballgame, CD.
And what's even better is when they finally forced one, they kept the effort up and were able to return it for a score. They could hear their defensive coaches saying to them, hey, getting the interception's great. Can you do more with it? Turn it into a big play. And they did exactly that.
And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. This offense back out and set to go for their next drive. Remember, they have won 3 straight, but getting to 4 straight does not appear to be in the cards as they are in a big 4th quarter hole. Fresh off the pick 6, it's Darnold. Throw right side, taken in by Bellinger. And he's taken down right at the 45-yard line. Good yardage after the catch as that play good for 30 and a first. Here's Darnold. And that's complete to Shepard. And then he stopped right at the 30. On a play that started back at the 15, they pick up 15. Darnold on 1st down. He'll get this out to Barkley, complete. And he'll be taken down at about the 22-yard line. Ahead of the chains now, 2nd and 2. To throw is Darnold. And he drops it incomplete. And their struggles continue here. And this offense on 3rd down today, they've converted a 1/3 of their opportunities, 3 for 9. Here it's 3rd and 2. Out of the shotgun, here's Darnold. Got a man, Slayton. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. Here's Darnold. And they're going to get him. They bring him down to the sack back at the 16-yard line. Jarrad Davis able to get in there for his 2nd sack of the afternoon. 2 of their 3 red zone trips so far they've come up empty on. They'll look to reverse that trend on 2nd and goal. Now Darnold. To the sideline. Wow, what a catch. Doesn't get a lot out of it, but he is able to keep the feet in bounds. This likely a must-have, 3rd and goal. Back to throw, Darnold. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete. Well, the trials and tribulations of being a quarterback in this league, it's tough. It's got to be wearing on him out there.
Well, he has been sacked a number of times. He had an interception, so I'm going to give him a skosh of credit for hanging in there and trying to make something happen, despite the amount of pressure he's been under this entire game.
They go for it on 4th and goal, but then lines up incomplete. They can't hook up here on the 4th down pass attempt, and the Lions will take over. Goff and this Lions offense set for a 1st and 10 at their own 13. On the ground, it's Swift to start the drive. And he gets forward up the middle, but only for a couple. It'll be 2nd down.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where there'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
4 yards on the pickup there as it'll leave them with a 3rd and about 4 more for a 1st. In search of 4 yards here to pick up the 1st down. Goff now looks to throw. This pass complete to Reynolds. And he is going to have a Lions 1st down, and he was able to get it by plenty. A gain of 8 on 3rd and 3. A much better effort we're seeing from him under center this week versus last week when he threw 4 picks.
He has thrown to 1 in this game, but you're right. When you cut it down from 4 the previous week, and we always talk about adjustments. Well, he made some in practice, and he continues to work on it during the game. I'm sure he's getting plenty of reminders about how to stay in the moment, stay focused on the task.
He's got him in the driver's seat here in the 4th quarter. They stick to the ground game on 1st down. It's Williams. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
That's it. That's what you want. Straight ahead positive gain. Just keep that clock ticking.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Goff. It's complete to Williams. Calling a gain of 3 on the play, and it brings up 3rd and 5 now.
And we've seen him have success earlier on with the ball in his hands because he is a get it in space and make a play kind of a receiver. But that time, they closed on him quickly and held him to a short gain.
Here's Goff. Complete to Wright. And he is going to have a Lions 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Partner, I know we're still in the afternoon slate here, some primetime games still on the docket, but it's going to be tough to top this effort. What an offensive performance we have seen. They have been unstoppable from the moment we began this game, and they're not holding back. They're still throwing the football here in the 4th.
They certainly are, and let me tell you something. If you're old school, you don't like this at all, but in today's football, you just go ahead and savor it. Watch a team execute at a high level. Doesn't matter what the scoreboard says.
Well, a nice throw here right side. He hauls it in. And the tackle going to be made at the 38. So offensively on this drive, 2 of 2 on 3rd downs. And now they face a 3rd and inches. They'll try and run here with Swift. And he's going to get to the 31, enough for the 1st down. 57 yards rushing for him now with a couple of touchdown runs to boot. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So the Lions in possession of the football as we welcome you back. And you'd have to figure they're just looking to burn these final 2 minutes away and get out of here with a victory. First down, and they go with Swift again. And he works his way forward to pick up 4 yards there on 2nd down.
I have to chuckle to myself a little bit, Brandon, because right now I can be in that huddle with that offensive line. I know exactly what they're saying. If you call a pass play here, we're going to call a timeout. Run the football. We got control of this thing. Get in behind us and let's go.
Their time to shine. And not much of a hole there as he gets it down to about the 24-yard line.
A 2-yard gain on the play. And it's 3rd down.
They'll try and run for it. Here's Williams. And he gets this down to the 18. Good enough for a first down. Give him 6 yards, and they do convert on third. So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18. They'll stay on the ground with Williams. And he'll take it from the 18 to the 15, a gain of 3.
They're in a pretty good spot right now with a convincing lead. I think this is where they put on the boxing gloves, start to try and pound them into submission.
And the offensive line, they've controlled this game. I don't see why that trend would change now. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. They're still about 3 yards shy of a first as the 4-yard pickup brings it to 3rd down. Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first. And they will take a knee here. So this one's over. It's a win for the Detroit Lions. And it was their defense that led the way, allowing just 3 points, that lone field goal in the entire second half.
And remember the old adage, offense sells tickets. Defense does what?
Wins championships.
And in this game, maybe a championship wasn't won, but a game was by the defense, right? Held them in just a field goal. That's a heck of a job. I mean, when they went out there with that determination and a pretty good game plan, pretty good idea of what they wanted to accomplish, just love the execution, love the tenacity, love the way they finished.
So for the Lions, it's a win that might keep them alive in the playoff race as they're back to 500 at 5-5. And now they'll have the short week ahead as they'll host their annual Thanksgiving Day game on Thursday. Meanwhile, for the Giants, it's a bit of a setback as they drop to 6-4 now. And they'll have a quick turnaround as they're back in action Thursday afternoon at around 3:30 Eastern for the traditional Thanksgiving Day game in Dallas.